Hi everyone, how are you? Hello, hello, hello. You can tell I'm excited. Today is my tea time. You know what I meant to do today? I meant to count how many tea times I've had. I'm going to do that before next week. I honestly meant to count how many tea times I've had. And on the day that I hit my, I don't know, maybe 50th tea time, everybody welcome. On the day that I hit my 50th tea time, I'm going to invite the medical students, the lady who actually inspired me to start my tea time, because it was one of my medical student mentees that actually said, you know what, Dr. Iyabo, you love tea, you love teaching, you love speaking. Why don't you start a show on Instagram Live called Tea Time with Dr. Iyabo? And I listened to her and I started it. So this is why I tell people that you can learn from anyone. You can learn from somebody younger than you, somebody older than you. You can learn from your mentees. You can learn from your coaching clients. You really can learn from anyone. You have to be open to learning. You can never say, oh, you know, how can a medical student teach me? Oh, hi, Dr. Falake, how can hi, Winnie, how can a medical student teach me? I was saying, before I bring Ola on, I was saying that I actually meant to count how many tea times I've had, because I had told myself that on my 50th tea time, I was going to invite, hi Clary, I was going to invite my medical student mentee that actually inspired me to start this. Because I don't know if you guys remember, but last year I told you my story of how I started this Instagram live talk show. It was one of my medical student mentees that said, Dr. Iyabo, you love drinking tea, you love teaching people, you love speaking. Why don't you start this show on Instagram Live and call it Tea Time with Dr. Iyabo? And I thought it was a brilliant idea. She didn't even tell me to bring on guests. She just said, how about you just do it and talk, and hi Banke, and talk to people and teach them. So I want to honor her on my 50th episode. I'm going to bring her on because it's been fantastic. I have honestly loved doing this. So yes, so everybody welcome to Tea Time with Dr. Iyabo. If we've never met, I'm Dr. Iyabo. You can go to my page and learn all about me. I'm a pediatrician, I'm an entrepreneur, I'm a business and lifestyle coach, a dating coach. I'm a speaker, an author, a blogger, a YouTuber. I do many things. I'm on the board of Flow Health, and I'm here to make you guys' lives better. Mostly women. My platform, hi Banke, my platform is mainly to motivate and to help women live their best lives ever. But I also help men, because I've opened up my group coaching for men as well. So today we have the gorgeous Ola Shero. I think it's Shero. She has to tell me how to pronounce her name, but I'm so excited to have her on here. She's a fellow Atlantan. She's a fellow Nigerian American. And I just love her and her husband and how they look and their page and everything. I love how they work out together. I just love her page. So I'm like, you know what? I'm sure people have been wondering, because people do ask me that, how does it feel to be married to a white man? And how does it feel to be married to a Caucasian, to an Englishman? I'm like, okay, I'm going to bring on somebody else who's married to a Caucasian man and will tell you that it really doesn't feel different, but I know you guys have questions. Love is love is love is love is love, right? Okay. So yes, Ola, I'm ready for you, so that I don't, because I get so used to talking and rambling that I don't go on with the show. So Ola, can you please request to come live and let's just dive in. And you guys know that I'm really good with multitasking. I want to try and take all your questions. So please, 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 guys, type your question using the question box in the bottom right corner. If all of you know where that box is, can you start typing yes? Guys, please, because I don't want to miss any of your questions. If you type it in the comments, hi Ronke, if you type it in the comments, I may miss it. So if you guys know where the question box is in the bottom right corner, can you type yes, so that I'll know that you're with me and you're ready for this. Okay, I'm going to bring Ola on. Can you guys start typing yes so that I'll know you know where the question box is? Feel free to comment, feel free to type your questions, feel free to tell us what you're thinking of. This is a no judgment zone. Okay, this is a no judgment zone. We are both here to help you guys to have fun. I don't care, to have fun and to learn, right? And to grow in life. Yes, so very good. So if you guys have found the question box, say yes. Ola, where are you? Okay, all right. Let me my sister on. Let me bring my sister on. Let me bring my sister on. Hi, Ola.
Hey,
How are you?
I'm well. How about yourself?
Are you as excited as I am?
I am actually. And the funny thing is that I have pre-workout going through my veins, so I'm like extra. I have to calm down.
Yes, 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 yeah. It's like I'm so excited because I know that many people are excited to hear from us. Since I've been
Yes,
posting about this particular tea time, I know many women have been excited and waiting and just want to hear and
as am
learn.
I.
They want to
Hmm.
learn from us because, love feels good. It feels good to be in love. It feels good to have a supportive partner. It feels good to just, be in that relationship. I know because this is probably your first time and it's your last time, right? But this is my second time
Okay.
around.
I'll say yes.
you know, this is my second time around. So I've been there, done that, you know,
Mm-hmm.
and I learned my lessons and I knew what to look for and what not to look for. So that second time around, I would find, I would attract or find or whatever the word is, or God would bring me the man that I knew was best for me because I had been there, done that. I was young, I was naive, lessons learned, but nothing lost, right? Every situation we go through, we learn something. So, Ola, I think your connection is not very good. We want to make sure that the connection is good. I think you're frozen already. I think you're frozen. Okay? Somebody's already asking me a question. Let me write it down. Okay. Let me see. Okay. She's gone. Okay, we're going to make sure that we get the connection right. You guys, don't worry. Don't go anywhere. Whenever there's about to be a really good conversation, this is what happens. But the devil is a liar, right? Like we say. So it's going to work out, guys. The internet is going to work out. Okay, let me see. Let me see if it works out better this time. And I already got a first question.
Okay.
Hola, hi. So the
Hey.
internet is acting up. Maybe you should turn your Wi-Fi off.
Okay.
Because I find that when I turn my
What's
Wi-Fi off,
yeah, that usually helps.
yeah, it works better because this is such an important conversation. There are many
Okay.
people here to watch, so we want to make sure, yeah, that it works. Somebody already asked a question. Can you believe it?
Okay. I like it.
Yeah. Okay, so before we start, do you have an hour for me?
Yeah.
You do? Okay,
Mhm.
very good. Some people thought we were doing this with our husbands. I said no. I said, no, we're not. It's just the girls chatting. With the husbands, my husband is downstairs probably watching football or something. He won't even, if I even ask him to come live with me, he won't even answer me. He's not into, sorry, my Niger
Mine is
accent.
inside.
Huh?
I said mine is inside watching
Yeah, I know.
baby.
My Niger accent comes out sometimes. So, I know you have more of an American accent. But anyway, I'm going to introduce Ola briefly. Ola is here. She's Nigerian American like myself. She lives in Atlanta as well. Her husband's name is Conrad. He's from Iceland. They met in the summer of 2010 at a Halloween party, and they have been together since then. When did you get married?
Funny enough, last week. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Wow, congratulations.
Yeah, but we had been together for 10 years now. So
Oh,
for
wow.
quite some time. 11 years?
Okay.
And I was proposed to in 2017 in Iceland under a beautiful waterfall called Seljalands Falls.
Oh.
Yeah, yeah. And I'll post some pictures about that. And an agreement that we always had was that um, we always felt like marriage was for children, and we have Brynja now. So, but we bought this house, the house behind me, in 2000. I want to say six. I want to say 16, 2016.
Okay. And this house
And
is in Atlanta, right?
yes,
Okay.
yes, yeah. And in a few months, we will be spending our, like, I guess, honeymoon in Tulum, Mexico.
Oh,
So
yeah.
yeah, yeah. And before that, I don't know why my screen keeps going blank. So if you see me touching the screen, that's why.
Yeah.
And but before that, in August, we're actually going to have Brynja's homecoming, and we'll be taking a vacation to Iceland. And I want to record that for you all. So, follow me to watch the story. But yes, this will be my third time going to Iceland. But
Okay.
it will be Brynja's first time going to Iceland, so she can have a homecoming and her family can meet her, and all that good stuff. So
Wonderful. So
yeah.
you guys, Ola is talking about her baby. Okay. Yes.
Oh,
So
and
so tell,
she's leading
yeah,
with that.
yeah. They may not know who you're talking about. How old is your baby?
She is 10 weeks. 10
Oh
weeks.
wow! Congratulations.
Yeah.
So new baby, a brand new marriage, going on a honeymoon to Tulum. I've
Yes.
been to Tulum. It's beautiful. Tulum is beautiful. Yeah.
Yes.
It's
Yes.
it's really, really nice. Okay.
Yes.
So pronounce your baby's name. Brina?
So her name is Brenya. So think of
Brenya.
Tanya
Okay.
with the R. Brenya.
Brenya. Okay.
Yes.
Wonderful. But you guys met here in Atlanta.
Thank you, not your mama. I see you. Yes. We're about
Yeah.
20 minutes outside of Atlanta.
Okay. Okay. All right. So, yeah, well, that was my first question for you. How and when did you meet your husband? So tell us the day. So was it an introduction?
Okay.
Did your eyes just meet? How did you? Because my husband and I met on Match. And most people
Okay.
know my story. We met on
Yeah.
Match.com. But yeah, you tell us how you met your husband.
Okay. So at the time, he was roommates with a good guy friend of mine. And because I was always at my friend's house, a mutual friend we have, Steven, his name is Steven. Now, I wish this thing would stop going on sleep mode. Do
Oh,
you know what
you're
I
fine
mean?
though, but it's not showing that on our screen. We can see you.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
So let me know, because it does sleep. So if it goes black, I don't have to
Yeah.
keep touching the screen. So let me know if those,
Yeah.
Um, yeah, so I was always at my friend's house and they were roommates at the time. But he was quite into himself, So we would always call him Iceland Man or Iceman, because all we knew about him was that he was from Iceland.
Yeah.
And then we were at his Halloween party. Well, not his, but our mutual friend's Halloween party. And he said, Conrad, he likes you. And I was like,
Mm-hmm.
really?
Yeah.
Okay. And we get the drinks are flowing, and he just is like the Leo he is. He just
You're frozen again. You're frozen again. Ola, you're frozen again. Do you want to move inside or something? Okay, let's see. Maybe she should move inside. Can you guys hear me okay? Are you guys hearing me okay? Are you guys hearing me okay? Um, are you, can you let me know that you can hear me okay? And then we just know that it's Ola's internet that we have to fix. Can you guys say yes if you can hear me okay? Okay, good. Yeah, I just want to make sure that you can hear me fine. So I think, Ola, if you're there and you can see me, maybe you should move your position. Maybe you should move inside or something. It's like I've tested so many parts of my house with the internet. I know the parts of my house that have good internet. So for my tea time, I just make sure I go to those spots because the internet is such, yeah, the internet is such a problem. So, Ola, it says that you're trying to join, but you're not joining. I think you should probably change your position completely. Ola, I think you should move completely from where you are. Maybe move inside or move somewhere else so that we can hear you because everybody is here waiting. I know. I know, Ronke, the devil is a liar. I know. You know, we're all ready to hear the story. We're all here to be inspired and motivated, and the internet is acting up. And we're even both in Atlanta. It's not like she's in another country. You know, we're both here in Atlanta. So yeah, so what I'm going to do is while she's trying to join, I'm going to answer the first question. The first question was, how do you integrate your cultural backgrounds into an Ola, I didn't get your request. Ola, I did not get your request. Can you request again? I did not get it. I did not get your request. So, Ola, I didn't get your request. Can you request again? It didn't come through. So somebody asked that, how do we integrate our cultural backgrounds into an interracial relationship? Honestly, to answer that question, it's all about compatibility. You guys shouldn't think about it as white background, black background. It's all about compatibility. You'll be surprised that you'll be more compatible to the culture of somebody whose skin doesn't look like yours than somebody whose skin looks like yours. So it's not, you guys should I think it's just a facade. I think this black white thing, we've just been conditioned to look at black and white. It's kind of like even in just a small country of Nigeria, where there's some people who are Igbo who won't want to marry Yoruba or be their Muslim, they won't want to marry Christian. It's the same thing, you know, this black and white thing, because, you know, you're black and your boyfriend or your husband is white, it doesn't mean that you have cultural differences. You know, it doesn't mean that. I'm actually a lot more compatible to my husband than I was to the Yoruba man that I married. And if he watches this, he'll know. But you know, it's just it's all about compatibility. So you guys need to simplify your mind. Ola, please request. I haven't seen your request. Yeah, I haven't seen your request, Ola. I'm just answering the questions now. But if I need to start, what's it called? Stop this live and restart, I'll stop it. So to answer that question, I want you guys to simplify your minds and not think of, you know, black and white relationships or black and Asian relationships or black and, you know, Arabic relationships or whatever it is. Don't think of it as, you know, you're going to be miles apart, or your cultural how about I request to Allah? How do I do that? How do I request to Allah? I don't know how to request. Okay, I'm going to restart. I don't, how do I request Allah? Can you guys tell me how to do it? I don't know how to do it. I don't think I can request Allah because I'm the one who started the live. There's not a way for me to request Allah because I'm the one who started the live. How do I add her? Guys, how do I, yeah, you guys are saying I should do it, but I don't know how to do it. Okay, click on her name. Okay, go live. Okay, okay. You see, guys, there's some things I don't know. I'm not
Okay, all right, I'm in there.
okay. You see, I learn every day. I didn't even know that I could request you.
Yeah. Well,
This is when I this is
it's
most of the time I don't remember I'm 51, but when I don't know these technical things, I'm like, yeah, boy, you're actually 51.
yeah, I'm not sure what was happening. Because I was trying to hit the request button and it
Yeah.
will only allow me to do it once.
Yeah, I don't
And
know.
that one time wasn't registering. So I don't know.
It's fine. Like
Yeah,
myself and my friend Ronke said, the devil is a liar. The devil knows this is going to be a really juicy
it
conversation.
does. And let me
But
tell you, I definitely have a word. Um, so before this goes out again, I wanted to hop into the first question that was asked.
yes,
Because your girl is long-winded. Um, so
please go ahead.
yes. So the question was how we met and how long we've been together. But is there any other question that anyone had, and I'll go ahead and answer that.
Yes, the question that I was answering, the first question was, how do we integrate, you and I, how do you and I integrate cultural backgrounds into an interracial relationship? And I don't know if you heard my answer, but what I said was, don't look at it as interracial. It's just
Hmm.
basically compatibility. So you'll be
Right.
surprised that you could be more compatible with a Caucasian guy than you are with the black guy or than you are with the Nigerian guy. It's
Right.
about compatibility. But why don't you answer that, Ola?
Okay, yeah. So I think it's important to know that I'm somebody that's going to lead with the fact that I'm a woman first. Okay. I think all other nationalities of women feel free to lead with the fact that they're a woman first. I believe Mexican women, this is my belief. I believe Mexican women lead with the fact that they're a woman. I believe Asian women lead with the fact that they're a woman and that they're Asian second. I find it peculiar that Black women here in the United States will lead with the fact that they are Black and second a woman. Okay, and that's a whole problem, because when you lead with the fact that you are Black, then you
Yes.
are relegating your experience to Blackness and not the fact that you are a woman. You want to
Yes.
be treated like a woman, or do you want to be treated like you're Black? Pick one. You feel me?
Yeah. Oh, I'm getting goosebumps.
Okay. So when I'm coming from the place of leading with the fact that I'm a woman, leading with the fact that I am feminine, my feminine essence, then you will find another man who is actually a man, because that's few and far in between sometimes. Okay, do you understand what I'm saying? If I'm leading with the fact that I am a woman, then I will find a compatible man.
Yes.
If I'm leading with the fact that I am Black, then I am just going to find a Black male. Or you see what I'm saying? There won't be any sustenance there. I hope I'm making sense.
Yes. Yes. I'm telling you, this is why I love you. And I have, because I'm so insightful, there's something I honestly thank God. I say it humbly that He gave me this gift of intuition. When I go to people's pages on Instagram, even before I talk to them or meet them, I just scroll through their feed and what they post, their captions, and I'm attracted to them because I didn't know much about you. I had looked at many pages of many Black women in interracial relationships, but something drew me to yours. And there were two of you that I messaged. There's another woman who was also interested, but she replied after you. So I'm sure I'll bring her on another time. But what you said makes so much sense. It
It
makes
does.
so much sense. It
It
does.
does. It's
And
very
some people
liberating.
won't agree with it. But that if the people who don't agree with it,
They're just not
that's
ready
because of
yet.
their narrow-mindedness.
Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
that's why. So then let me just, before we even go into the questions I had for you, I want to answer these women's questions. So and you guys make sure you follow Ola. Please make sure this, I pinned her Instagram name here. Make sure you follow her. The next question was, how do you cope being in public? as in an interracial relationship? I'll let you go first with that, and then I'll say my views. But how do you cope being in public?
How do I cope being in public? Huh.
With your husband?
Yeah. Well, if I'm honest with you, the reception that we get is always mixed. But I have found that lately, as of late, women are a bit more receptive. I think that we're living in a time where women feel that they have more agency, especially Black women. I feel like Black women feel like they have choices. I feel like they have agency over their own lives. And I think that I'm not the only one that shares that same rhetoric about leading with the fact that you're a woman. And I think a lot of the times we feel obligated for what I would call this tribalist attitude. But when I'm in public, you know, because the funny thing is that we've been together for 10 years. So I'm trying to imagine, I'm trying to have a comparison. You know what hard is because you've experienced soft. And I'm like, getting a nasty look is a Tuesday for me.
It's
Or
a what?
getting a nasty look is a Tuesday for me.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. And getting a positive look is a Wednesday for me. But there's no coping. I feel like coping means like I'm getting through something or I'm surviving something. It's not a coping. It's every day. It's showing up and being proud of who I am. I don't make any concessions to be anything other than who I am. So, okay.
Yeah.
So there aren't any ever surprises from other people. You knew who I was when you met me, okay, and you saw me in passing. And but what I do see a lot of the times, which makes me a little disheartened sometimes, I see other women who, I see other interracial couples, and there'll be this sort of we'll share a look, right? But sometimes when I'm by myself, I feel like some interracial couples, maybe I will notice them and they'll maybe look away, and I'm thinking like, be who you are. There's no shame here, you know. But
Yeah.
yeah, it's certainly not coping, but just being, you know.
Yeah.
I don't know any other I don't know any other experience other than the one with Conrad. So we've been together since I was 19. So, you know.
Yeah. Absolutely. Like you said, it's mixed. It's mixed vibes. Yeah. So especially again in Atlanta, it's mixed. What I find is, again, you hit the nail on the head. The word cope alone should not even be in there. I respectfully say that whoever asked that question, there's nothing we're coping with, you know. This is the person I love. This is my husband. I'm proud to be with him. I don't need to cope with anybody. The people who know
Right.
me know that I have confidence overflowing. It's like I've always been confident. I'm a very
Yes.
confident person, and I know that you are too. So, you know, if they even see me with my nose in the air and with my posture, you know, it's like they don't, you
Okay.
know. Yeah. So I'm a very confident person. However, it's become very funny to me. Myself and my husband actually just have a good time. We just kind of laugh about it in the beginning because this was his first interracial relationship. He didn't like it when we would get those really evil eyes. In fact, there was one day he was like, "I'm going to talk to her." I'm like, "No, no, no, no." I'm like, "Don't say
No.
anything." But
Don't
now
dignify them.
I know, but now we just kind of laugh about it, and it's funny because, you know, since my divorce, I've dated mostly Caucasian guys, but we find two groups of people that give us the most evil eyes, and it's so consistent, and it's the opposite of both of us. So hear me out now. So most Black women who see us, oh, they give us, you can tell that they're like, you know, they're thinking, that looks nice, or, you know, I wonder how
Yeah.
that feels. You know, they're smiling. The Black women are fine with it.
Oh yeah.
But if you're a white woman on here, with all due respect, I'm not talking about you, but the white women who are in middle age-ish, kind of like they're 35 and above, oh
Yes.
my goodness, if
Okay.
eyes could kill, we,
It
my husband and I would not be alive anymore.
yeah, same. Same. I'm
Oh,
like, oh
yeah. Oh, yeah. The white women, you can tell, they can't even hide their reaction. I mean, some of them almost have a car accident when we're taking a walk. And, we're taking a walk and it's like they're looking, but they're still turning and they're giving us this evil eye. So it's like age 35 and up until even like 70. I remember one day we went out to lunch and there was this older woman, probably in her 70s or 80s. And that day, her looks could literally have just, yeah, have just killed, but yeah, but oh, she's gone again. Oh my goodness. Yeah. And then on the other hand, so the white middle-aged women are the ones who obviously you can tell from their reaction they cannot stand the idea. However, the next group that always looks like they're irritated are, guess, drum roll, the black middle-aged guys. Right? The black middle-aged guys, you can tell they're not finding it funny. They look and they're like, what on earth? They look and they turn around and they're like, what did I just see? But that's fine. We just have fun with it. We have fun with it. So basically, the black women, they always have a smile on their face. You can tell they just love to see us. They're happy about it. The white men, they are indifferent. Honestly, I'm not even sure I've seen any white man looking. Or maybe they look and they look secretly. Honestly, they just don't look. But those other two groups, they look and they look irritated. It's like the middle-aged white women and the middle-aged black guys. So basically the opposite of us, the people who are thinking, seriously, you couldn't find somebody like me? What are you doing? Yeah, but it's just funny. We just have fun with it. Yeah, we just have fun with it. So basically those are the eyes we get, but cope with it. We don't even look, we don't pay them any attention. We can see that it's happening. We whisper in each other's ears, we laugh, we have fun, and that's it. That's where it stops. So Ola is gone again. What do you guys suggest? I don't want to restart this live from the beginning because how am I then going to post it and all of that? But I don't know what to do. Yeah, I'm going live with her again. I think it's a problem with the internet in her house. So yeah, we have answered 2 questions. We're going to go. Luna, what are you eating over there? Luna, morning. Can you please come and see what Luna is chewing? I want to make sure she doesn't destroy one of our shoes. Sorry guys, life happens during my lives. Yeah, well, that's what I did. I just tried to go live with her. I don't know why the internet is acting out so much today. I'm going to answer the third question. Will a relationship of 20 years difference work? Like the lady is 40 and the guy is 26. That is a very large gap. 40 and 26 is very large, and then the guy is even the younger one. The guy is 26 and the woman is 40. I don't, that is a very large gap. That is a very, very large gap. So I don't know what to tell you. It could be Instagram acting up too, I guess. Yeah. Thank you, Roke. That's a real sugar mommy. I even thought you meant the other way around. But even the other way around, if the guy is 40 and the woman is 26, it's a very large gap. I honestly, and I have a whole YouTube video about this. Who asked the question? Let me see. I have a seed. No. Who asked the question? Yeah, the person who asked the question, I have a whole YouTube video about does age matter in dating? I would like you to go. Yeah, I would like you to go. I know, yeah, Claire, men do it, but Men do it, but those relationships don't work out very well. I've heard about those relationships. Yes, men do it, but for us here, we're here trying to help the women. I don't, if you're a 26-year-old woman, I honestly don't advise that you go into a relationship with somebody who's 40. For me, I think after 10 years difference, you have to be careful. And I honestly recommend that YouTube video I have that does age matter in dating. Because when it comes to dating, you want to do things that are going to increase your odds of having a wonderful, happy, long lasting, you know, just peaceful marriage. But, a 14-year age gap, it has many, 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 many disadvantages. Many, many, many. Yeah, your interests, it's just, I have it all. I talk about it on my YouTube video. I can't talk about it all here. So the person who asked that question, when we're done, please make sure you go to my YouTube, to the link in my bio, click the link, go to my YouTube channel. My YouTube channel is Dr. Iyabo Webzo, and watch that video, Does Age Matter in Dating? I give you all the reasons why a large age gap is not good. Because, a lot of women want to marry guys that are much older because of financial security. But money isn't everything, guys. Money isn't everything. There's a lot of other things that you may not be compatible with. So I say that anything more than 10 years, you need to be careful. You really need to make sure that you have a lot of things in common with the guy. Yes, all of you who are on here, we're talking about relationships today. I want to make sure that you guys go to my YouTube channel, Dr. Iyabo Webzo, and watch my relationship videos. My YouTube channel is Dr. Iyabo Webzo, but there are many things to consider with large age gaps. Ola, what's the age gap between you and your husband?
I have to think about that. You're 32? Yeah. Those 3 years.
You don't even remember his age. I love that.
Yeah, it's just 3 years.
He's 32, and how old are you?
I'm 29.
Okay, so 3 years difference.
Yep. Yeah.
That's perfect. I am 51. My husband is 58.
Okay.
7 years difference. Somebody asked that, and do you want to take this question to somebody? I don't even know how we're going to time this live today, since it's in and out, but you just tell me when you're tired and your husband wants you back. But because we've been so back and forth. So the person asked that, what about large age gaps? What do we think about those? Like if she is 40 and her boyfriend is 26. So older woman, 40 and 26. What do you think?
Okay, so 40 and 26. I like to think what the future might hold, right? So the real questions you need to be asking your 26-year-old lover. If you're a 42-year-old woman, I would ask, look at the relationship he has with his mother, right? Because you're going to age much faster, So if he does right by his mama, because that would be, let's just be realistic.
Yes.
If you're old enough to be his mother,
yes,
it's that much more important that you see how he treats his mother. Is he attentive to his mother, being the fact that his mother is much older than him, as like you are much older than him? Does he take care of his mother, So, there's going to be that, because I would imagine with a big age gap like that, that's going to be a parent and child archetype.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yes.
It might be the kind of archetype that you guys would fall under, with the exception that you guys are in a romantic relationship. But yeah. There's something to think about.
Yeah, Ola, we're getting a lot of questions, which I imagine. So we haven't even gone to my questions yet, but that's fine. I honestly want us to make sure that we help people out. Okay. Yeah. So in fact, everybody, I love this audience because they're all answering each other's questions and chiming in. This is wonderful. Dr. Folake, Ronke, Claire, everybody, please keep chiming in to help each other. So now the next question was, how does a college student in Atlanta meet men? What are some good ways?
Um, well, let's go ahead and throw the
Some
obvious
good
one out.
places. Some good
Yeah,
places.
your school, your actual like your school, and if there's like this a common watering hole that you guys have, make it a point to go there. But I imagine that'd be the primary place. Secondary is the gym. I say the gym because the gym is a place where that person would routinely go to, you know. So there would be plenty of opportunity to talk to one another. There is a routine there, and that is somebody that is actively wanting better for themselves as well. And while you're working out, you kind of are your most authentic self, and I'll explain because you're not wearing any makeup.
Yeah,
Yeah. And you're releasing all these hormones. You are. When you're dancing and working out, you're releasing so many hormones. You're moving your root chakra. It can be quite um it can be good math. I would say that because you guys are how you say those inhibitions you don't have them anymore. To squat, to grunt, to sweat, you're really showing up who you are, if that makes sense. And
that's
then on
true.
top of that, you can learn a lot about that person too. Sounds funny enough, but being a personal trainer, I've watched
Oh, you
people
are a
come.
personal trainer.
Yeah, I'm a
Oh,
CrossFit coach too. Yeah.
oh,
So this was a part of this is a part of picking out my clients, right? So you see somebody that comes into the gym, you see that they come often, right? You can also see what kind of strengths and weaknesses they have, and you see the car that they pull up in. Now, these things are worth mentioning. You see someone routinely coming in, you see what kind of car they drive, so you can estimate what kind of income they have. Okay, you can see that the uniform that they come into the gym, right? So say there's the mailman, after he does his trips, you see him come in a mailman shirt, right?
mm,
Or you see someone in a suit. All
mm,
right, you see
true.
someone in a suit, cufflinks, and they go in the bathroom and they change and blah blah blah. And also, let's say that person is let's say you live in Lawrenceville, right? But you're wanting a working professional. Maybe you should get your gym membership in the area code of the people in the demographic that you're most attracted to,
Oh,
right?
that makes sense.
It does. It does. So if you live in the country and you're
That
not
is that's good.
particularly,
That's really
yeah,
good.
it is. It is because, like, say you're from the country and you're not particularly looking for your farmer strong country boy, right? So the gym that you should be going to needs to be in the city because it's often that your job and the gym you go to are going to be close, or it's either your house and the gym you go to. Those two are always going to be close, either of those. So if you want somebody that's well to do, then you need to have it, then you need to get a gym membership or a place that you frequent in the area code that the people that you want or are most attracted to belong to. So you want a man from Buckhead? Okay. You want that kind of money, or Ponce de Leon, that area, Ponce City Market, these places, then you need to be routinely going to those spots. And then you can learn a lot about that person before you actually get the cojones to say hello, you know? So I know that sounds quite stalkerish, but
Yeah, but that's really good.
but this is your life
That's really
partner.
good. Yeah.
Exactly.
That's really good. So we have lots of questions, so we're just going to move right on. Somebody wants to know what attracted both of us to our husbands. So I'll go first. Like I said, I met my husband on Match.com. I had taken a whole 2 years off of dating because I had been dating, and I just didn't find the person I thought I would be compatible with, and I wasn't going to settle. So I took 2 years off. And lo and behold, when I got back on Match in November of, I believe it was 2018 or 2017, I don't remember. I think it was 2018. I saw Neil on Match.com just about 6 weeks after, and I noticed his account was new because I had been on and off Match. I hadn't seen him before, and I'm like, whoa. Well, what first attracted me to him was, you know, just to be truthful and honest, you guys know I'm brutally honest. I had been praying for a European guy. If you want to know why, go to my YouTube and watch my relationship videos, okay? But I can't tell you the whole story here. I've said it in many videos. But I was praying to God for a European guy. And I also asked God for a tall guy. Why not? God says, ask and you shall be given. So I noticed his profile. He was handsome. His pictures looked really nice. I know how to tell people's behavior and their personality from their eyes. His eyes looked really kind. And of course, he knew how to also catch the women. He said, I'm English and I'm 6'4". That was his first line. So
Okay.
yeah, I know that was his first line. He was like, I'm English and I'm 6'4". I'm like, yummy. So
Okay.
yeah. So I sent him the first message and the rest is history. So that's what attracted me to him, because I was looking for him. I knew what I was looking for. I saw him and I sent him the first message. But after that, I didn't do anything else. Okay, go and watch all my relationship videos. I didn't chase him after that. Yes, I opened up the door so he could see me, and he probably also said, yummy. And then things progressed from that. So that's my answer. What's yours, Ola?
What attracted me? What attracted me was that he was very much reserved. You know, he
Okay.
was very much like into himself, but yet he was very proud. I don't know how to say. Like, it was into himself, but it wasn't because he was shy. It was because sometimes I think he was just very arrogant, a little bit, full of himself.
And that can be very attractive.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Confidence.
Very,
Yeah,
very.
confidence is attractive, very attractive.
Okay. Yes, and there's me, because I'm more of a social butterfly. You know, I kind of wanted to poke and prod, and you want to say hi?
Conrad, come and say hi.
Hey, hey.
Hi, Conrad.
Hello.
Hi, how are you?
I'm very good.
Good. You see, we're
Excellent.
talking about you. You're there. My husband's downstairs. He's not even around me at all. He doesn't like being on camera, but he's downstairs. Yeah.
Yeah, I heard you guys.
Yeah. So nice to meet you. Take good care of my sister, okay?
No worries. I will.
Okay. Okay. Because she's from today onwards, she's my sister from another mother.
I like
Okay.
it. Not a problem. I'll do my best.
Very good, very good. Nice to
All
meet
right.
you, though. I
You
know
too.
you're a wonderful guy because she's a wonderful person. Yeah,
There she is.
yeah.
Yes.
Nice to meet you.
You too. All right. I'll
All
do
right,
my
you
best
Okay,
to
have
do
you
it.
have
bye.
fun at the gym,
Yeah.
okay? Sure.
Oh, okay. Let me answer this question real quick. Ola, for
Uh-huh.
Bella Dama, no. My husband lives in Atlanta.
Mm-hmm.
I don't do interracial relationships. I don't, I don't do long distance.
Okay, okay.
I
I was
don't
like,
do
well,
I don't do I don't do long distance relationships. My
okay.
my match profile I think was 25 or 40 or 50 miles. I do
Mm-hmm.
not like long distance relationships. So yeah, Neil lives in Atlanta. He had moved to Atlanta a few years before. So again, I just don't, yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, no, I'm not a big fan either. I'm not a big fan because it's too many, it's too many ways that if you met that person first, like you physically met them, and
Yes.
then you did a long distance relationship, kudos to you. And then obviously you two are coming from a very genuine place. But if you had found your relationship online, and you want to maintain a long distance relationship, that can be like especially hard. But
Yes. Yeah. And by
no,
the
to
way,
kind of
Ola,
hold it.
my
Uh-huh.
50, my women in their 50s, they're all admiring your husband. Better tell them to put their eyes somewhere else. You see all my friends here saying that you carry eye go market. No, but they are just being funny. They are wonderful women. Those are my friends for life. Ronke and Claire, they are my friends for life. Yeah. And then the same person asked that, what do you like most about your husband, Ola?
What I like most. Hmm. He has a can-do spirit. He really does. He's a problem solver. He is a provider. He is very confident in what he does. Has definiteness of choices and decision. He is very, can do, get it done kind of a guy, you
Mm-hmm.
know?
Mm-hmm.
And one thing that I always thought was cool was that being the fact that he's from Iceland, when we had the snow apocalypse here in Atlanta, oh my gosh, it was his element. It was
Yeah.
his element. He got in the Land Cruiser. He
Mm.
was helping the neighbors.
Yeah.
This man can put a tire back on the rims just with liquor and fire,
Wow.
and so that he was a Boy Scout, so that ability to get along with nature, I always thought that was really attractive. So
Okay. Now I'm going to ask you my first question because I already was open with mine that
uh-huh.
yes, I was actually looking for a
Hmm.
Caucasian European guy. I
Uh-huh.
was. And I don't, for me, I'm just very confident about it. I don't really care what
Yeah.
people think because,
Yeah.
yeah, you love what you love and you're attracted to who you are attracted to. Were
Yeah.
you, were you hoping to meet a Caucasian guy?
I was hoping to meet a good guy,
Okay.
and I think maybe subconsciously I was looking for a Caucasian
Okay.
man, I should say. But it was just important for that person to be a good man,
Okay.
and I had to be physically attracted to him as well.
Yes.
Um, and at the time I was 19, so my list of requirements weren't very long.
Yes.
But I found that we were growing together,
Yes. Okay.
and so that was most important to me. And I can honestly say you have to look at the way the culture socializes their men. I can say Nordic countries, they have a lot of respect for the feminine principle. They really
Mm-hmm.
do. We're
Mm-hmm.
talking about corporations that give them the women employees a whole year
Mm-hmm.
of maternity leave.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
We're talking about these countries have give you the most how you say incentive for having children.
Mm-hmm.
They highly esteem their women in their
Mm.
country. So that was important to me, and I have found that European men have been socialized to really protect and provide for their family.
Yes. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
right. So when you say that you're looking for a white male or a white man, I think you
For
subconsciously,
me, it was European. I had dated a lot of American white guys. Oh
okay.
yeah, no, for me specific.
Yeah.
I was very specific. That's probably why it took me so long. But I loved my single life. I was in no big rush. I was ready to wait.
Yeah.
I'd been married before. I'd been there, done that. But I had dated a lot of American white men from the South, and that's another discussion for another day.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I'm not attracted. I'm not attracted to white American men either.
Yeah.
So, you know,
So that's another discussion for another day. To say it in summary, I feel that a lot of white American men are truly attracted to some black women,
Mm-hmm.
But because they're so concerned about what the family will think, what society will think, what everybody will think, because yeah, I did date many of them. I met many of them on Match who were very successful guys, well-to-do CEO here, there, and there. But it just never really progressed, and I could tell that that was the problem. In fact, one of them, I don't know if you have said this out in the open. It's on one of
Mm-hmm.
my blog posts. One of those guys kept insisting that he wanted to follow me on LinkedIn. So yeah, so he followed me on LinkedIn because he wanted to know if I was being truthful, that I was a doctor and all of that. Because they never believe you're a Black woman, you're a doctor, and then you own your own practice. Really? Are you sure you're not lying? And you're not even from here, you're from Africa? Are you sure? So he went to LinkedIn and he saw what he didn't want to see. And then he messaged me and said, "You have everything I want," or something, "but too bad you're Black."
Ooh, baby.
Yes, he said that.
Okay.
But
And
because
be
I'm a,
thankful that he
oh,
told you up front.
oh yeah, I know. But because I'm a changed person, I'm older, I'm wiser, I didn't see anything. I just blocked him. I didn't. If
There
it
you
was the
go.
younger Iyabo, I would have said a lot of words to him. But I
Yeah.
basically just blocked him and I moved on. So I kept seeing that over and over. And I'm like, okay, there are many of these white American men I'm meeting, but aren't I just wasting my time? So I thought
Mm-hmm.
to myself, you know what? I'm done with this. So I just took 2 years off. I prayed about it and I'm like, I need to just try. Yeah. So anyway, yeah. But so I just wasn't looking for any Caucasian guy. I really was, I mean, honestly, secretly in my mind, I was praying for somebody from Great Britain, secretly.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Because as you know, London, England are like second home to Nigeria. I've been,
Yeah.
that was my second home. I had visited England every single year from the time I
I
was
hear you,
5.
doctor. Keep going.
Yeah, from the time I was 5 till I moved out of the country at 23. So secretly, I was praying for somebody from England or from London because I just felt like our cultures, or, we would have things in common. And lo and behold, God could read my heart and he brought me somebody English. So yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know how we got to this. Yeah, but I think the question was, what do you like most about your husband? You said his confidence, right? Or where were
Oh
we? I
yeah.
don't remember where we were. There's so many questions. I'm going to go on to the next one. Oh, yeah, I was asking you that, were you specifically looking for a Caucasian guy, but you said just a good man. Of course, I was looking for a good man,
Yeah.
but I was a lot more specific than you because it was my second time around. And yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So the next question, there's two people who've asked the question in similar ways, and I knew this question would come up, but because
What's that?
it comes to my DM all the time, how does one attract a Caucasian man?
Okay. Okay. Yeah. I get that. I get that question a lot. I
Yeah.
do.
So, do you want to take it? You go ahead and take it, and I will say what I think. I don't,
Okay.
that's a difficult question for us to
It
answer.
is.
Yeah.
It is. But I get it often.
Yeah.
I get it
Me
often.
too. Me too.
So I would say this. I can give you a scenario. So I got that question from a young lady, and I asked her where she was from, and she said Uganda. It was either Uganda or Sudan. Anyway, it was the Horn of Africa, and I said to myself, okay. Then I'm thinking about the numbers and the demographic. I was like, that's a hard one, girl. And I said, so what do you do? What is your occupation? And she said, she's a nurse. And I said, okay. Well, then my suggestion to her was that she would involve herself in missionary work, right? Because you have a lot of Christian missionaries that come to the Horn of Africa and preach the word of God and deliver medicine to the people there. So I told her, I said, why don't you involve
She
yourself?
lives in Uganda. She doesn't live in
Yeah,
the States.
she lives in
Oh,
Uganda. So that
oh,
right, that's tough demographics, and she wanting to know how she can find a white man. I'm like, oh, I have an African woman from continental Africa asking how to find a white man. If this is
Oh,
not the most difficult question,
yeah.
I don't know what is.
I thought she was
So
here.
no, 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 no. Yeah, so I told her to involve herself because she's a nurse. I told her involve herself in mission work, involve herself in maybe the Catholic Church, and I'm sure she will find some expatriate European men and a host of other demographics of men that have a caring heart just like she does, and they can form a relationship through mission work, you
Mm-hmm.
know. So if she can position herself to find a white male and she's from continental Africa, then you can too, being in the United States. It's not, you can't leave the house with the premise of I'm going to find a white male. It's you have to leave the house and be about something. So if that something is going to the gym, you're going to find plenty of white men in the gym. If that means uh, taking your child to Little League, you're going to find potentially single fathers there. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so you have to have a place where people collect, a place where people gather, a watering hole, I would say.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You know,
Mm-hmm.
so yeah, that's how you can find them. They're
So yeah,
everywhere.
I'm gonna bring the coaching. I'm gonna bring the coaching, Dr. Iyabo, into that question. The first thing you have to do, women, is ask yourselves, why do I even want to meet a Caucasian man? What's your reason? Because there's many men. Why not Hispanic? And it's fine because I wanted that, but just hear me out. I'm warming you up here. So there's Hispanic men, there's Asian men, there's black men, there's all of that. But what is your reason for wanting to meet a Caucasian man? My reason I already told you, and it's on a lot of my videos. I had been married to a Nigerian man. I had been with him for 23 years, and I had been there, done that. And a lot of the in-law, and I'm going to talk about there's an in-law question, so I'll just rope it in here. A lot of the in-law things in Nigeria, I don't agree with them. I know that mothers-in-law all over the world can get quite overbearing, but in Nigeria, it's to another level. I don't like how the women in the family in Nigeria get too involved in the marriage, and I just couldn't deal with all that again. I had been there, done there. I had a very difficult mother-in-law issue, and I wasn't going to deal with that in middle age. Imagine me in middle age having to deal with some overbearing mother-in-law.
Oh gosh,
you
no.
know? So I was done. I love my Nigerian culture. You guys know it, but that part of where you can't just be in your family and just enjoy your family and enjoy your nuclear family, and the women are usually the overbearing ones. I was tired of that. So, and I had some other reasons. I physically, honestly, my best friend Claire knows this. We discussed it many times. I told her that honestly, after my divorce, I was not that physically attracted to a lot of black guys. I'm sorry, no disrespect to, and I have a black brother. My dad is black. There's many black men that I respect, but physical attraction is very important. I just
It
was
is.
fine. Yeah, and I think maybe it was a psychological thing because I had been married to a Nigerian man for so long. But of course, being a black woman, you can imagine how many black guys are whispering, but physically, I just wasn't there anymore. you know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So your first question is, ask yourself, why do you want a Caucasian man? Don't want a Caucasian man because you see me or you see Ola with a Caucasian man. That's a wrong reason. Journal about why you want a Caucasian man, and then journal about the real important values that you want in a man.
Mm-hmm.
Caucasian is not everything. I know that I said that I wanted a European man, but I wrote a letter to God with many other important things: kindness, being loving, going to bed at the same time as me. You won't believe I wrote all those things down. Being a homebody, somebody who wasn't a party animal, somebody who would like being home with me, somebody who had kids, somebody who had a very, very important father figure in his life, because that was my problem in my
Yes.
last marriage.
Okay.
In my last marriage, the son mother relationship was too much. So this time I said, God, please bring me a man who has a father in his life, who looks up to his father, or
Yes.
at least has a very important father figure in his life. And lo and behold, Neil and
Yeah.
his father are like this. He talks to
Yeah.
his father every day. His father came on a third date with us. God
Yes.
listens. So yeah, it's fine. The physical is important for me. If I can't want to kiss you and cuddle you and want to be close to you, it's not going to work. So
Yeah. Okay.
so yeah. And then the last thing I want to say is, are you living in your purpose? Guys, please stay single. Women, this is very important. So let's even forget the interracial white black thing here. What is your purpose in your life? Are you doing something for the world? Are you doing something meaningful in life? If you don't have any other meaningful thing in life, you're just focused on meeting a man, you're going to attract the wrong man, whether he's white or pink or red or whatever color he is. Okay,
Yes.
guys?
Yes.
So get your priorities right. Get your
I,
priorities
wa-
right.
I want to harp on the
Yes.
fact that it's so important that the man that you meet has a relationship with his father.
Yes.
And if not, if he's passed away, did he have a relationship in those pivotal years, like 12, 13, after the age of 12, 13, that's so important. It's so important because we
Yes.
don't have time to heal men. That's not
No.
your we're not doing that. I cannot show you how to be a man. I cannot teach you how to heal yourself to become a man. It's not my priority, because if you have to do that, then that means I never get to be a
It's
woman.
too much. And I'm telling you, Ola, if you get into a relationship with a guy who's like connected at the hip with his mother, you will be miserable for the rest of your life, because
Okay.
that mother is the first wife. That mother is the first wife, second wife, third wife. You are wife number 4.
Okay.
That's
Uh,
what I went through.
yes.
So women, I'm telling you, before you think of red or green or white or anything, think about other values and think about what is, because we always say, oh, I'm just gay. That's what I thought when I was 17, when I met my husband. Everybody was like, be careful, he's very close to his mom. There's a dynamic there that you may not like. I'm like, who cares? It's just a home. Yes, you actually do get married to the family as well. Somehow you do, because your husband will always be connected to his family. So if there's some dysfunctional relationship there with your husband and his parents, it's going to come and haunt you.
Okay. Yes. Very, very, very important. Very, very
Yes.
important.
And I think this kind of answers the in-law issue. Somebody asked again that how do you cope with the in-laws? Guys, in-law issues are everywhere, but they're even worse in Africa. I said it. I said it. In-law issues are worse everywhere. And at my 51-year-old self now, I
Hmm.
cannot deal with any in-law issues. I'm sorry.
Okay.
It's time for me to enjoy my life with my husband and my family. Any in-law who wants to make my life miserable. So in-law issues are worse in Africa, guys.
Hmm.
So don't think that because we're in a black-white relationship, there's more in-law issues. Absolutely not. Right, Ola?
And
Yes or no?
that's true. And I also want to add is that she has had in-laws that were intraracial, homogenous, that they
Who?
are from the same
Oh,
you,
yes.
yes, in
Yeah.
your first marriage, right?
Yeah.
And I have in-laws that and I've only experienced white in-laws or European in-laws, and they're both going to give you problems. Okay, regardless, if you remain in a homogenous relationship, being both of you guys are Black, you're going to have issues, okay? If you're in an interracial relationship, you're going to have issues,
Yeah.
okay? You just have to ask yourself which one is worth having, okay?
Yes.
So, yeah, your white in-laws may say ignorant things sometimes, okay? And I will tell you this, you're not family unless you've cussed each other out one time, at least one time, okay? Like, you can, okay? Because let me tell you something. You can be in a homogenous relationship and the mother will still disrespect you,
Yeah.
okay?
Yeah.
And you can be in an interracial relationship and that mother will still disrespect you, okay?
Yes.
But hey, you show who you are unapologetically, okay?
Yeah.
You remain who you are, be proud of who you are. And in time, you guys will have an understanding. There's a mutual respect. My tolerance for ignorant comments is zero, okay?
Yeah.
But I do have your son. I love your son. Your son does right by me. He is mine. This is my life to live. And, you know, yeah, like I said, you are not family unless you cuss each other. You're going to have to do it. You're going to have to do it at least one time. And you might have to do it once every 3 years, but you're not going anywhere and they will get over it. And you guys will hug each other. You guys will cry and cuss each other out one time here and there.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, someone said stand your ground. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, you would. You will have to play chicken.
Yeah.
Okay.
But one
But
thing we should say
yeah.
here, Orlando, is that it's important that our husbands support us.
Okay.
The
Yes.
problem with the in-law issue, there's in-law issue and there's in-law issue. If you have in-law issues and your husband protects you and
Mm-hmm.
lets the in-laws know that, look, this is my wife, whether you like it or not, this is my wife. But the problem is
Okay.
in Nigeria, that does, at least for me, it didn't happen. It was, it was like I did not get that support. All I heard all the
Okay.
time was, that's my mother. How dare you say that about my mother? This is my mother. She wants to do this. This is my mother. So if you don't
Okay.
get this, if you don't get the support of your husband, it's a battle that you cannot win.
Never win.
You can never
Never
win
win.
it. Yeah. Yeah,
Never win.
you cannot win it. So that for me, and there are some women, my mother-in-law, God bless her soul, I'm sorry I'm talking about her, but she was a very opinionated woman and she had her hands on him and his brother and they listened to everything she said. And I think she put them in a on a guilt trip, like, I brought you up, I was a single mom, I did this for you, I did that. So that's what they would echo to me. That's what not they, he, that's what he would say. My mom was single and she brought me up and she did this for me and she did that. So anyway, next question.
I felt you. I
Oh, you know
understand.
what? The person who asked what the odds of meeting a Caucasian man, then go on online dating. That's another. I
Yeah.
forgot to say that to increase your odds. Everything Ola said about the gym and all that, going to a gym outside your demographics. I mean, outside of your zip code. Also join Match.com or online dating because there's people from everywhere, all
Yes.
nationalities there.
Hobbies. It's important to have a hobby. Okay.
Yes, yeah. And then the next question, Ola, what's the most challenging part of being in an interracial relationship and what is the best part?
The challenging part. The challenging part. The challenging part. Well, I think I kind of answered that a little bit when we talked about the in-laws.
Yeah.
But to be honest with you, I love my in-laws. They're cool. I really like them. They are
Are they here in
extremely support.
Atlanta?
Yeah, they
Okay.
live about 15-20 minutes away from us.
Okay.
Yeah, but I love my in-laws. I do. They're extremely supportive.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the good. and but they also come from a small island of 350,000 people. So they are obtuse to American culture. They are.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but yeah, I mean,
What's the best
the,
part? What's the best part?
and the best part is
Mm-hmm.
being exposed to another language and another culture.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, Brynja is going to have her homecoming in Iceland. So, being the fact my spouse can provide some culture for her, to expose her to a different kind of people, and she can be well-rounded in the way that she can pick up her second language, which is her father's language, Icelandic.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a benefit. And I remember when we went on vacation to Iceland, it was cold, it was windy, because this was during the summer actually, and it was the weather was fairly decent, but because we were hiking, we were at different altitudes, and we were at I think it was a geyser, and like the wind was blowing and it was freezing, and I had my girlfriend with me as well too at the time, and I remember saying to Alex, I said, "Oh my God, why couldn't he be from Spain? It's so cold here."
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, it's getting stamps on your passport, and learning a new custom, new culture, and being able to give a well-rounded worldly view to your children, your offspring.
Yeah.
Yeah, newness,
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, for me, yeah, the same thing. The most challenging part, honestly, I'm not even sure if I have any challenging part. I don't. Yeah,
Yeah, I
I
know
I
I
can't.
don't.
Yeah, I can't. And I know who asked that question. I'm honest. I'm being honest with you. I don't think that interracial relationships have any special challenges or any special benefits. They're just relationships, and this is, I've said it on one of my blog posts, that I wish that that term interracial relationships will go away, because they're just relationships. So, if you asked me what were the challenges I had in my first marriage, when I was married to a Yoruba guy and we're from the same culture, I could name 20 for you. But I actually can't name, I don't, the challenges I would name are even silly. It's like, I told you that when my husband would wash the dishes, he won't rinse the soap, because that's just how they do it in England. And I'm like, oh, I don't want to eat soap, but he's like, well, this is how my mom brought me up, and it's suds. It's like Neil is like, it's suds. So I'm like, okay, but I wasn't okay with that the first two times, but then I'm like, that's fine. He's been eating soap all his life. He's fine. But yeah, so I can't. Yeah,
Okay.
there may be the English humor, took me, but then, maybe the English humor took me a little while. He does have that English humor that is sarcastic a little, but those are like minor things. What do I love best about my relationship? Oh, everything. It's just like I'm very physically attracted to my hubby. We're both homebodies. We both go to bed at the same time. We wake up at the same time. He helps with cooking. He's very supportive. He's very supportive of my daughters. It's just, guys, you have to know what you're looking for and go out and make sure you don't settle. Somebody was saying something that dating sites are hard, and that dating sites, they only want sex and phone sex. Well, dating sites are not harder than meeting people in real life. There are people in real life who only want sex. So, guys, everything is mindset. You know that I'm the mindset woman.
Mm-hmm.
Everything is all about your wrong beliefs. Stop thinking that dating sites, it's only pedophiles and murderers and people who want phone sex on there. It is not true.
Right,
Yeah,
right,
out of 20 guys, there will be one good guy on there. So shift your mindset, know what
right.
you're looking for, and you'll find it. Yes, if you're attracting people who want phone sex, maybe you need to shift the way you're you know that I don't want to say it's your fault, but shift the way you're presenting yourself to them. Don't engage them for too long, but you guys go and watch my relationship videos. I want to keep this on the topic today, but somebody was asking that where is the replay going to be? The replay is going to be on my YouTube channel. I'm also going to share the link with Ola, and she can post it anywhere she'd like on her page on YouTube. I would prefer for you to post it on your YouTube so we can get people to come to our YouTubes, okay? But
Awesome.
yeah, or maybe we can just post a little clip on our pages. But guys, it will be on my YouTube channel, okay? Now, let me see. Ola, can you give 3 pieces of advice to women who are open to dating outside their race? What would you, what can you advise them about? And guys, I can take more questions. Ola, tell me what time you have to be done. I want to respect your time.
Oh, you're fine. You're fine.
Okay.
Yeah, so I would say this piece of advice I would give to all women. I would say, okay, 3 pieces of advice. I would say, and I mentioned this earlier, lead with the fact that you're a woman first. Okay. That's so important because you're looking for a relationship. If you are looking to,
What
if you're
happened
looking
here?
for, are we frozen?
I don't know what happened. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, can you see me now?
Are we good? Yeah, I
Yeah.
can see you.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. So, 3 pieces of advice if you're looking for an interracial relationship is to lead with the fact that you're a woman first, okay? Because you'll find that you'll have more common ground, okay? A second, if you're looking for a specific demographic of people, then you need to involve yourself in hobbies that include diversity, okay? So that you have a well-rounded outlet that you can routinely go to so that you can maybe even learn your partner before you even say hello, right? So if you have a gym membership, you can see how that person gets along with before trying to fulfill any expectations, right? So when you meet somebody in person, versus meeting someone online, your expectations for that person is lowered. And let me tell you why that's a good thing. It's because you guys can get to know each other without doing a Google search and rushing to conclusions before you check their social media and their profile. You can be enthralled of the newness of someone. Imagine if you, right before you watched the movie, you saw the entire preview and you saw all the clips of the movie in 5 minutes, opposed to watching a movie and be enthralled with the newness of the relationship, with trying to actually learn the person. So finding an outlet, a hobby, leading with the fact that you're a woman first. And the third piece of advice, you need to have a solid that person needs to have a solid relationship with their father, preferably that the home be a heterosexual normative household, if that's what you're looking for, because then you can see how he treats his mother and the relationship of his father. Has he learned and been socialized to has he been socialized to take care of a household? Okay, that's so important. You really have to look at how the men have been socialized in their community. Okay, and I had one question that had been on my mind, and the question I had gotten from a lady was like, how woke does my white boyfriend have to be because of the political climate that's going on? Let me tell you something. let me tell you something. Um,
Well, can you explain what that means? How woke? I want to make
okay.
sure.
Yeah. Okay. I get you. How receptive or how empathetic does my white boyfriend have to be to the Black cause? Okay. That's what I mean by when it's, how woke does my partner need to be? Or that woman feels like she is owed some race loyalty because she is Black. Let me answer that question. Um, your spouse, your spouse, let me tell you, it's not fun being with a spouse who's super woke, politically correct, because then you have dishonest conversations. You know what I'm saying? People that spend their life being a social justice warrior miss out on living, okay?
Yes.
Because
Yeah.
every day you are a character assassinating somebody. So
Yeah.
you never get to have a genuine conversation of one being honest. Because do you want a relationship that is correct, or do you want a relationship that is honest? And to be honest with you, the white spouse or the white man that you're with, he is already contributing to the Black community by doing right and loving you and
Yeah.
being there for your children, which is in part damn near 100% of importance, because you can remain race loyal if you want to, and that's nice. But I've been telling you since the start of this, look how the man has been socialized. There is a particular group of men who have not been socialized to take care of their home and to be there for their children at a rate at 72%. Okay? 72% of Black households have the mother being the breadwinner.
Preach, preach,
Okay?
preach, preach,
All
preach,
right?
preach, preach.
72% of us, of Black women, are single mothers. Okay? And that's why I told you, you have to look at how the men have been socialized in their community.
Preach, preach.
So if your white spouse is loving you and doing right by you and in your child's life, they are contributing to the Black community by doing right by a beautiful Black woman. Do you understand? Okay, so there's no need there's no need for this super wokeness that your white spouse has to be fist in the air, BLM and all this good stuff. If he is living right and doing right by you, that is enough. That is his contribution to the Black community. Okay, and let me tell you, but I have a girlfriend. She too is in an interracial relationship. Okay, her spouse is much older than her. I can't remember exactly what the age is, but she had always been helpful to her child's grandfather, so the father of her husband. Okay, and I mean
I'm tired.
he
Somebody said Dr. Iyabo is tired of us. I am tired of. Look, you're a Black woman. We're Black women. We don't need to make our Blackness any more Black.
okay.
It's like, for me, I just want everybody to get along. I just want there to be peace. I love white people. I love Black people. I love Indians. I love everybody. Guys, all this Blackness, somebody said it there that it's too masculine. It's too
Yes,
masculine. There's many
it
things
is.
I don't like about Black Lives Matter. I've said it on many lives, so you guys already know me.
Okay.
I'm not a Republican, I'm not a Democrat. It's very
Yes.
masculine. It's very, very
It is.
masculine.
It's not the white man's obligation to push forward and defend Black men. That doesn't make any sense, because BLM has made it their business that they're going to advocate and push for um, uh, uh, Black men specifically. All right, they're very quiet about Black women. So it is not his obligation to push forward the agenda of BLM. Okay, he is married to you. Is that not enough alliance there?
I know.
That's just the point that I'm trying to make. To be honest with you, it's absolutely silly. He's doing right
I
and he's
know.
loving you,
I
okay?
know. I know.
And
Yeah.
that's enough. That's enough.
Who is Seed of the Soul? Is she one of your good friends or a sister or somebody? Yeah, because yeah,
I'm not sure.
Seed of the Soul, we're here to just have a very relaxed conversation. It's not, I think you need to just flow with the conversation. There's love here. It's fine, okay? Ola will get her thoughts out. I will get my thoughts out. It's okay, darling. Okay? Because even on your message on the question box, you're like, Ola didn't finish her message. Can she finish? It's a conversation, my dear. Let's just love each other and have fun. Okay? All right. So, yeah, that was one of my questions for you, and I'm glad you brought it up. But let me ask my question so that you can even elaborate more on this, okay? I said you live in Atlanta like I do, in the southern part of the US, which is especially known for racial issues, right, Ola? How
Mm-hmm.
has your dating, well, how was your dating experience here with Black men and with white American men?
I would say, huh. Okay, I remember coming to Atlanta and thinking, "Oh my gosh, I'm so skinny." They make sure that they know to tell me that I'm skinny. I don't even know if I'm like,
Who tells you you're skinny?
well, I don't get that anymore because I'm not skinny anymore. But when
No,
I
but
first
who
came,
was telling you that?
oh, this was men. This was men.
Just all
Yeah.
men.
No, black
Oh
men
yeah.
specifically. So, yeah, so that was nuanced for me. I'd never been called slim so much before in my life. Hey, slim, I got a lot of that. So that was something in contrast. I was like, oh man, I've never felt so small. I've never felt so skinny before when I came here. But to be honest with you, one stark contrast that I've noticed is that I'm gonna be honest. Tears work with white men collectively. I did not feel the same kind of empathy, tears with black men. For whatever reason, tears don't have the same currency with black men. To be honest with you, I think the people that genuinely believe that black women are strong, I believe are black men. I really feel like that is the narrative that's pushed a lot. I
Yeah.
think black men assume that we are so strong,
Yes.
that we're strong. And it's not just white people that say, the strong black woman. No, I think it's black
But
men.
Ola, you know why black men think that? It's because there's so many missing fathers. It's because those black men
Yes,
were brought up by their mothers.
yes,
That's why.
yes.
It's because
Yeah, and
most of those black men were brought up by their mothers or their grandmothers, so they think black women are strong. That's why.
yeah, they do. They do. And we are, but when you say black women are strong, that also implies, what does that imply? If you know, how do you know what soft is? Because you felt hard. Okay. What do you know what up is? Because you've seen down. So if black women are strong, what does that say about black men?
You are going to say that, not me. I think people can figure it out, especially here in the south of the
Okay.
US. I think
Okay.
everybody who is on here is quite smart. They can figure out what we mean.
They
Yeah.
can make good math. They can make good math because I've had a number of them say some things under their breath, but the funny thing is that they've not been so bold enough to say it to my white spouse. No, I don't get that. I don't get that a lot. Um, Funny thing is that you can have people that are really strong in their opinions that want to shame you in your interracial relationship, but they will not have the cojones to confront you about it. They'll whisper under their breath, or
Yeah.
something of that nature. But Conrad's quite funny with it. You see someone staring, and he goes like, "Hey, hey,"
Yeah, I know.
and to which that person will, you know, because they've been caught, you
Yeah,
know. But I need Black women, and I'm talking to the Black woman that refuses to diversify her portfolio. You really need to get out of this mindset of being race loyal, because Black men are not race loyal largely. They're just not. Okay. We are the only ones who are specifically dragged, our image disgraced on a national platform day in and day out by the public at large and by the Black men in our community at large. Okay. It's absolutely disrespectful. Okay. And I have found that there's a saying, you can see where the climate of the country is by the way they treat their women. And it
yes,
is not until you provide sexual competition. You understand what I mean?
yeah,
When you employ sexual competition, the men in that community will feel compelled to level up, because Black women have been out here leveling up forever. We can see now in the media that Black women have been positioned in dominant society, and by dominant society I mean positioned next to white men. Okay, because there's something about the compatibility of both Black women and white men. It's interesting. White men have been conditioned to take care of their spouses, even though their contrast has been kicking them out the back seat of the truck. Like, seriously. And Black women have been socialized to take care of Black men. So when these two get together, it's an interesting combination, because we have been
yes,
socialized
yeah,
to carry what we would call dead weight. Okay.
yes,
So it's almost a breath of fresh air. And it's never it's never been employed to create a gender divide. That's never been the case. Don't feel compelled to remain race loyal. That is foolishness, because the men in your community have not been socialized to be race loyal. They
mm-hmm.
lead with the fact that they're a man. Okay,
Yes,
they
yeah,
lead with the fact that they're a man, and and Black second. I promise you that. Okay.
yes, yes,
So this idea that the white man is the devil, and that the Black man is God, and I'm telling you this because I have a sister who thinks like this.
oh, there are many,
And
there are
yes,
many, many,
many that think like this, and I'm here to tell you that's not the truth. It's not. Our history has been so warped to create this contention between white and Black people that outside these narratives, it just would not exist. Okay. So this idea that the white man is the devil and the Black man is God is foolishness. There has been secrets kept from us on generation to save face, when the truth is that you weren't captured by the great white man. Okay. It was more of, he came to the shores and you were purchased. Okay. So you can miss me with the white man is the devil and the Black man is God. No, the truth is that you were being sold and sent to the four corners of the planet. Okay. And it's, I'm nursing, sorry.
yeah.
And
I figured, yeah.
and the
Ekwa, if you want to ask a question, Dr. Folake, can you please let Ekwa know how to post her question? Thank you, Dr. Folake.
someone said it, the mule and the mammy mindset.
Yeah,
Yes.
yes, yeah. Yeah, so again, for me, I just want women to remember that.
Oh, you know what? I want to respond to that.
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
Although I agree with some of your messages today, but I must remain race loyal. I'll tell you this. It is unattractive to remain loyal to a group of men that have shown you time and time again that they're not going to return that same energy. But if you really want to attract a black man, start dating white men. Seriously. Okay. Diversify your portfolio. Okay, because there's sexual competition that happens. Okay, I don't know what it is, but when I dated when I was dating my spouse, like I never had so many black men look at me. It's something
Yeah,
about when white men co-sign your beauty
you're
that
right.
black men are just like, huh, oh, you must be beautiful. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah,
that race
yeah, you're
loyalty
right. It's the
foolishness, you
it's the
can keep that.
competitive part of it, right? Yeah,
No, and you need to stop saying all black men. This is coming from a woman who dates men of all races. I never said all black men. I said black men because black men generally do not make all those concessions to not say all black women. I'm talking about a collective of people that can be backed statistically by what I'm saying.
right,
So I'm
right.
going to speak in general.
Yeah, yeah. And one thing that I do want to say is that we have to remember as women that we have a masculine and a feminine side. Men who are of high quality, whether they're black or white or Indian or Asian, men who are of high quality, men who will love you, men who have had a good father figure, who are well domesticated, but they're still very loving, very powerful, very supportive. They like feminine women. Okay,
Yes,
guys,
yes,
high quality men like feminine women. So if you're bringing all that masculinity, all that, I'm a strong black woman, or you can't tell me what to say, or who are you, or all that thing into a relationship, it's not going to work.
no, it's
Men
not.
who are real men, a man who will love and adore you, who will take care of you, who will not cheat on you, who you will just be like, his jewel. They like feminine woman. Now, when I say feminine woman, I don't mean a weak woman who doesn't have a say, who cannot talk, whose mouth has to be zipped up. No. Do I look like somebody whose mouth is zipped up who doesn't talk? No. But I know very well how to balance my masculine and feminine now. My masculine traits, I use it for my work, for my lives, for earning money, for my businesses, for all of that. That's where I put my masculine energy. But my feminine energy is with my husband, it's at home, and it's with life. But you cannot, but a lot of us women, especially us black, again, I'm not saying all, I didn't say all. Many
Hmm.
women, especially women of color, have completely mixed up their feminine and masculine. They use their masculine when it comes to dealing with men, and that's repulsive to men who are high quality.
Yes.
And then they take
And
their feminine.
unrequited love is
Yes.
extremely masculine. Unrequited love
Yeah.
is extremely masculine.
Yes.
Okay?
So,
So,
guys, this is not even talking about interracial relationships, but let's just remember that men who are high quality like women who are feminine. And you guys can go, there's many articles about masculine and feminine energy. But as black women, because we've been so used to being single black women, we've been the ones who provide for everybody, earning money, taking care of this, taking care of that. It makes us extra masculine. It does. It makes us very
it does.
masculine, and it's very repulsive to high quality men. It's like that notion, that thing that everybody throws around, that as soon as he comes in, you're like pouncing on him. Where did you go? Where have you been? Where have you been? It's like that's masculine energy. Imagine behaving like that all the time around a man. It's not going to work. It's not going to
It's not.
work. Yeah. So
And I also want to I want to add this and then I'll have to go soon.
yes,
Um
have
but
to we have to wrap up.
it is well, it's been an exciting conversation, I would say. It's important that it's with the climate that's going on, it's about to be there's a lot of contention that's going on, and you want to make sure that the spouse that you're picking is well qualified to father your children. Okay. I'm gonna say this. If he is not capable of protecting himself, then he is not capable of protecting you and your children. So whoever spouse that you get needs to be completely absolved from any victimhood narrative.
Yes.
All right. If he cannot protect himself, then he is not qualified to protect you and your children.
Yeah.
So whoever the spouse that you pick needs to have a can-do spirit and far from any victimhood narrative. So.
Yes. Yeah. So, somebody had asked before that you didn't finish your thoughts on how you met your husband. I think that's when we had the internet issues.
Yeah, I met him at a Halloween party, and we started flirting, and then he called me back. I would say this. I was very much, I was free. I had always had the intention of meeting my spouse. I knew that he was out there.
Mm-hmm.
But at this time I was just, I was shopping, I was shopping, and we hooked up, had a good time. And, he was very much a gentleman to me. And,
Nice.
And yeah.
Yes. So two things to wrap up. This has been wonderful. Two things to wrap up. Actually, three things. The replay will be on our YouTube channels. You guys make sure you follow me, you follow Ola. And Ola, your YouTube channel is in the link in your bio, right?
Yes.
It is. Okay. And then
actually that's my storefront. So I have an Etsy storefront. I'm going to leave it up for maybe 2 days, and then I'll put a link to my YouTube channel in the bio.
Yeah.
So yeah, visit my bio, click the link in there, and that's where I sell my Black Women Matter t-shirts. Okay. Have a look at that. I'm going to be putting more merchandise in the store very, very, very soon. And also put the notifications on. And then I will be giving you more information about YouTube channels, merch that I'll be dropping soon, and just to watch my story. And if you have any questions, feel free to DM me. I check my DMs daily. Okay.
And Ola, don't go yet. Somebody suggested you should have a link tree for multiple links. That is very true. Yeah. A link tree or quick links. You can look at the link in my bio. You'll see what she means. Okay. Seed of the soul. Thank you very much. I have one final conversation for you. Quick question for you. Please give 3 pieces of advice to women who are not open to dating outside their race. This is not just Black women. This is all women who are not open to dating outside their race.
Okay. All right.
Oh. Oh my goodness. That cry. Oh, I wish I could hold her. I love babies. I love babies as long as they don't spend the night in my house.
You've already done that.
Oh yeah, I've done that. I love my sleep too much.
So yes, the question was, what piece of advice do you give women who are not open to interracial dating? I would say, if you're 21 and you have that opinion, you still got time. But yeah, you got time to, because I believe you'll change your mind.
Yeah.
But go ahead, have fun. But if you are 30, 35 and you really want to have a family, I would ask you to prioritize the things that you desire from from most urgent to least urgent, okay? And if that is have a family, and you are 30, 35 years old, then it's time to diversify your portfolio. Be open to other kinds of courtships. And you can tell something is extremely attractive when several people want it, right? So if you provide sexual competition and you make that person aware that you are dating other people, then the person that is serious about you is going to be quick about
Yes.
making some kind of engagement to
Yes.
you. Okay.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
But if you're gonna remain race loyal and you don't want to date out, do not tell him that you only date black men. Okay, because when you do that, don't tell him that. That's not his business.
Yes.
Because
That
if you
you're
tell
so
him,
wise. You're so wise.
yeah, because if you tell him that you only date black men, then the question is, he feels like he's only competing with a small demographic of men. And
Yes.
he knows how other black men are.
Yes.
But if you tell him that you only, that you date, any color of the rainbow, then he now knows that he is competing with white men. Okay. And he will feel compelled to level up.
Yes.
You see where I'm coming from?
Yes.
So yeah, and even if you aren't dating anybody else, tell him you are.
Yes.
So he can quickly move in on you. Okay.
You are so wise.
Yeah, and is a third one. You see, three pieces of advice. Oh no, I gave you three. I said if you are 20, if you're young and still got, if you're not prioritizing a family, then yeah, you can continue doing that and
Yes.
have fun with that. But if you want to have a family, and because we're on a time clock, nobody wants to tell you that. The world has been telling you that you can do and be everything, and yes, that is true to a certain extent. But when it comes to mating and procreating, there's some things that you really need to seriously consider. You have to be responsible about the mate that you choose. You really have to look at how that culture, that kind of man has been socialized. Okay, you can study a country and know how the men are going to be in it. Okay, if the country is fallen and dilapidated, that's how your home is going to be. If that country
yes.
Okay, if the country is flourishing, okay, then that's how your marriage is going to be. Okay. Look at Japan right now. The women refuse to have sex with Japanese men, and they're dating out and they're dating white men. Okay. They're also not coming out with new cars and new technology. Okay. So that's definitely something to consider. Men need competition, and to say that, to lower the standard and to not make these men qualify and compete for your affection is silly. Okay.
You're so wise. And I have a video on my YouTube that's similar to this. I tell women that if they want to attract a good man fast, they need to date a few men at the same time. I'm not saying go home and have sex with them. You are just dating. It is just casual. You're going out, you're having coffee, you're not exclusive with anybody yet, but it does something to your mind. It prevents you from getting too hyper focused on just one man.
Exactly.
Yeah, because if you're dating one man and in your mind you're already exclusive, you're already planning your marriage, you're going to start being too desperate, and that man is going to sense it and he's going to run away from you. So if you're single on here today, if you're not yet exclusive with a man, open your mind to other guys, date other men, have fun, date other, don't go home with them and don't bring them home though, no sex. But you have to do, that's so important. Yeah, but Ola, we love you. You have a baby. You need to go. I'm sure Conrad wants his wife and his baby back. So, yeah, this was lovely. This was lovely, guys. Can
Yes.
you all please thank Ola for me? Can you give her a round of applause? Can you throw her some hearts
Thank
and just
you.
tell her thank you, because she's a new mom and she spent about 2 hours with us. So yeah, you guys please thank her. Let us appreciate her by following her page, guys. Please, everybody follow her. Okay, follow her. Tell your friends about her. Please buy her
Thank you.
merchandise, and please subscribe to her YouTube.
Oh,
And guys, please subscribe to my YouTube as well. And of course, I'm a business coach. I have to do some business here before I go. I'm a business and lifestyle coach. So those of you who don't follow me, I do offer business and lifestyle coaching. I would love to be your coach. So click the link in my bio. Ola, love you, sis. Thank you so
thank you so
much.
much for having me, Doctor.
Thank
I look forward to, and maybe we can do this again.
Yes.
That would
Yeah.
be awesome. Feel
Yeah,
free
that
to
would be
call me and
that would
ask
be
me.
lovely. We should go live
Yeah.
again, maybe even on YouTube or somewhere, but let's do this again.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
for sure.
that was just the iceberg. I have so much to tell. Just 2 hours is just not
It's
enough.
not, yeah, I know. I know. You and I both, we both like to talk, I can tell, but
Okay.
we'll do it again. Love you loads. Thank you so much.
Yes, yes. Anyways, I'm gonna go. I have to hop in the
Okay.
shower. And
Yes.
thank you, ladies. I appreciate you coming to visit. I appreciate you sticking around and asking really good questions. Yeah, so get with Doctor, and if you guys have more questions, and maybe we can schedule another talk. That really was just a tip. There's so much more I could go into, but
Yeah.
2 hours a day is not enough. Okay,
Yes.
so so
Thank,
anyway,
thank you,
and
Ola.
once
I love your spirit. Tell Conrad
yes.
thank you. Tell him thank you for sharing his wife for 2 hours.
Oh, definitely, definitely. Ladies, diversify your portfolio, okay?
Yes, yes, yes. Thanks so much. Bye bye, Ola. Have a great day.
All right.
Bye.
Bye. See
Bye.
you, ladies.
Bye.